Awesome. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today about data challenges and GenAI challenges at your organizations. And thank you all the audience, of course, for making the time to listen and learn from these veterans what they have to educate us about from their perspective and their unique experiences in that GenAI and the data management perspective. So joining us in the panel today is Mr. Adil Al-Thawai'i. He's the Chief Technology Officer at the Gulf Insurance Group. So Mr. Adil, if you'd like to give us a quick brief about your role and how data plays a critical role in your organization. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here today. My name is Adil Al-Thawai'i. I'm the CTO of GIG. I have spent all my experience the last years in the financial sector and recently in the insurance as well. I have participated in big data projects and AI projects in the last few years. Ahmed, for me, data is everything. Data is everything. Data is life. I can short it in this, that the data in the past few years was helping us to make decisions over our business life. Currently, actually, data is making decision, and this is truth. In the near future, I believe in business, data will tell you what to do exactly, even without asking, even without looking for the information. Data and AI will make difference in the near future, I believe.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's very insightful. In fact, we've been hearing this all over from all our customers all over the world, that data is now reshaping how people experience their life and the services that they get from different organizations. We're also joined by Mr. Abdul Bari Al-Atasi. He's the Director of IT from one of the leading manufacturing firms in Saudi Arabia, Zamil Industrial. So if you'd like to give us a little bit more about yourself and what data role does it play in your work?
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. My name is Abdul Bari Al-Atasi. I'm taking care of IT and digital transformation in Zamil Industrial since 2019. Zamil Industrial is a Saudi-based company. We're a listed company in the stock market. Our headquarters in Dammam. We work in 5 different sectors: air conditioning sector, steel fabrication sector, construction sector, insulation material sector, and precast. We have factories in different places in Saudi Arabia. We have factories in Egypt, in India, and Vietnam, and we have operation in tens of other locations worldwide.
Great, thank you so much. And we're also joined by Mr. Mohammed Yassin, who's the head of AI and data analytics at Rajhi Capital, one of the leading financial institutes in Saudi Arabia. So if you would like to please introduce yourself and what role does data play in your company.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everyone. I am heading data, AI and data analytics at Rajhi Capital. In my role, I focus on harnessing artificial intelligence and advanced data analytics to support investment initiatives and streamline operations, and also support Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 through financial investment and digital transformation.
Thank you so much for the introduction. And we also are lucky to have Mr. Ismail Al-Makrami, Vice President of Data Management at EMKAN. I'm sure most of Saudi residents here have been using his services before. He brings 12 years of experience in the fintech and data analytics domain. So please, Mr. Ismail, do introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Ismail Al-Makrami. I love this story. I started as a data engineer since 2007. That means I am evolving with the data all the time. Every involving that happening in the data, I saw it. That's why in the beginning I deliver it as a services, but now I deliver it as a VP of data. I deliver it as a value for executives, value for customers, value for internal customers. This is my short brief about myself. And the data in and out, as I told you, it's 2007, I think more than 18 years now in the data field. And when I look back and I see how the data was and how it's now, it's totally different. It's another area.
Yeah. And in fact, this evolution in what we see in data management and GenAI has been mostly powered by Vision 2030, which is the theme of our panel today. So Vision 2030 does not only have like some economical implications, but also it brings social and culture changes as well. So with data and GenAI at the heart, at the fabric of each and every detail, the kingdom aspires to create like a quantum leap in the efficiency of services and the quality of life for everyone. And I'm sure the audience here have been, such as myself, has experienced firsthand how digital transformation in the kingdom has made their life easier. So whether you're going for a government service or using a fintech or a digital bank to make your shopping or your traveling much easier. So these people are actually behind the scene. They are creating this kind of revolution and they are helping you behind the scene to make your life much easier. And with that said, let's warm it a little bit with what excites you, Mr. Adil, for example, about the Saudi Kingdom Vision 2030, about data and GenAI and the transforming all the services to become digitally available.
Yes, Ahmed, for me, 2030 vision, it's 70% or 80% from this vision of the kingdom vision, it's about digital transformation. Yes. And AI play the central role of modernizing all the business sectors, let's say, by improving the efficiency and enhancing customer experience and trust also overall the market. And I believe by that, I really do, I believe that Saudi Arabia is positioning itself as a global data hub in the industry.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So the kingdom has positioned itself as an innovation hub, and with you delivering services hand to end consumers, I'm sure you feel how the vision is actually affecting everyone's life. So thank you for that. And moving to a completely different domain, to manufacturing. So what excites you about Saudi Vision 2030 in manufacturing regarding data transformation, Mr. Abdel Bari?
Vision 2030 is a bold and comprehensive national plan that shapes Saudi Arabia's future. And it touches the life of every resident and even visitor of Saudi Arabia. But when it comes to business, it's a complete game changer, especially for manufacturing, because one of the main objectives of the vision is to diversify the economy of Saudi Arabia, and industrial section plays a great role in this. And Vision 2030 changed this in terms of the technology, production, workforce development, and other areas. And I think data plays a great role within that vision. And I think maybe the clearer example is the establishment of SDAIA, which is Saudi Data and AI Authority, which shapes the policies and the procedures and the future for AI in Saudi Arabia. Also, data plays in other areas a very centric role as a foundation and accelerator of this in terms of the also workforce development and in governance by decision and different other areas.
That's very interesting. Thank you. Thank you for this perspective. And now moving to another domain where your company, Mr. Yassin, powers other companies actually to invest and to create businesses. So what excites you about the 2030 vision regarding data transformation in your domain?
Well, what excites me most about the role of data in Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 is how it is becoming the true catalyst for transformation across every sector. For us, analytics is data is no longer collecting more data. It's about unlocking the trustworthy real-time insights that supports faster decision-making, smarter resource allocation, and even new economic opportunities. When I think of Vision 2030, I see a nation that is rapidly diversifying from tourism to capital markets, from healthcare to digital governance. And data is the common fabric that connects all of these ambitions. What excites me is the ability to move beyond traditional reporting into predictive and even perspective analytics, where we don't just describe the past, but actually shaping the future. And the greatest part is that this is not theoretical. Saudi Arabia is building world-class infrastructure, regulations, and ecosystem that allows organizations to use data responsibly and at scale. That vision, that alignment between vision, regulations, and data-driven culture is what I find most inspiring.
Yeah, mashallah, yani, as you just mentioned, the Saudi culture regarding data and AI is very adoptive and very supportive. And we have seen this firsthand with you as our customer and with other customers as well. Now to another fintech related company that actually talks to end consumers, not only businesses, but talks to everyone. So I'm sure each and everyone in this room has used your services somehow, Mr. Ismail. Is that correct? All right. So what excites you about the 2030 vision in your area of expertise in your business?
I can see that without this vision, we cannot make fintech in the Saudi Arabia because the vision is built on couple of pillars. One of the pillars, I want fast, safe decision making. To make it an anonymous thing, I can deliver it as fast as possible, and it's real time. I can monitor everything. We can say it's talking about transparency, efficiency, and flexibility. This is one. The data in the backward, we can see it as a side asset or a secondary asset, now become in the heart of that Vision 2030. That's why allow all the other things or all other products around the data to be there. Like, for example, open banking, fintech, everything become around the data, it's become products. The products without quality, without transparency, without efficiency, without fasting, we cannot make it. That's why now the fintech become super fast that you can imagine. Maybe yesterday there is some fintechs coming to the market because the regulation is helping to make this transparency happening. That's why making the products easier to be there.
Yeah, and again, that's a great insight. And in fact, one of the most important things behind the 2030 vision is that it has become a formidable force, pushing each and everyone in their domain to make their best. The level of quality of services that we have all witnessed in Saudi Arabia based on your services with you behind the wheel has been extremely, extremely helpful. So thank you, Mr. Ismail, regarding this point. Right. So I'm pretty sure that everyone here is also excited to learn specifically about your industry, about how data touched your industry in specific. And let's start with Mr. Adil here. For example, since you're in the insurance business, compliance reporting is a huge challenge in the financial services. How can you overcome this with data and GenAI at the heart of your working engine?
Traditionally, compliance reporting was a manual, time-consuming process. And also it's having high risk of errors and individual mistakes. We at GIG have automated a large part of this. Using the data pipelines, consolidating to reflect the regularity information in almost near to real time data. This is not only reduce the time of reporting and let's say, from weeks to a few minutes or hours. But also this is increased the trust and the confidence with the regulation. Now, um, uh, uh, also in the performance level, so everyone here in the tech know how is it challenging uh, that the compliance reporting every end of month, every end of quarter, every end of year as well. So we as an IT, we was suffering from the core system performance because every department want to generate comprehensive report and affecting the performance for the core systems in usual business days. The benefits it's remarkable from saving data performance, having in court tool to help in this. But to be honest, for me, the real change was in the culture itself. So the team is now focusing in proactive insights, focusing how to embed it, the compliance in the daily operation, instead of fair fighting always about the reports deadlines. So for me, this is the real change that I noticed, and I'm enjoying in these times, not like before.
MashaAllah. So that's a great insight. Moving from manual work to automated, moving from untrustworthy results to trustworthy data sets here. That looks interesting to me. And beyond compliance reporting and beyond just regular reporting, I would say, how do you think this affected the user experience of your consumers, your end users?
Sure, for sure. I will tell you a story. Um, Previously, when IT handled an initiative, I believe we face like non-cooperation from some departments, some users. So we need to follow to achieve our timeline, to gather the requirements. Now, if we talk in any initiative, the IT, if I talk only about AI, everyone from business team having big smile. Really, really. And this is what make difference with me now. Because why? Users in their real life now using AI, they know what is AI. They know how can benefit them. So they want the same in the business. When they come to the office, they want the same experience that they're having in the real life.
Yeah, so GenAI raised the expectations, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good. Yeah, well, thank you so much, Mr. Adil, for this insightful one. And again, I would like to move to a different domain, Mr. Abdel Bari. So manufacturing, on the other hand, is highly operational. So and fast access to data, I believe, is very important for you to run operations smoothly. But I would like to hear your insight about this. If you can give us an example, how fast access to data made you make an operational process much better?
Manufacturing thrives on real data. The access of real data in the right time can be the difference between profit loss, downtime, uptime, even health and risk. I will give two examples from our experience when using a data platform, which is in Corta. Now, the first one is that previously we used to run a very complex report at the beginning of every day that takes 3 hours to finish, just to prepare our production plan based on the order's priority, based on the availability of resources, material, etc. Now, during the day, if anything happened, like non-availability of a machinery or non-availability of a spare part, we had only few limited choices, which is either delay things for the next day or adjust the plan manually, or going back to the system and wait for another 3-4 hours in order to come up with a new plan. Now, with having specialized data platform, what we're doing is we're changing a parameter and we are rerunning the plan again in a few minutes, okay? And we adjust our plan during the middle of the day, which is saving a lot of time and effort and cost. So this is one example about production. Now, the other example is about maintenance. Right now, we are installing sensors in most of our machines that detects any abnormal behavior of the machine in terms like, for example, increasing the heat or degrading the performance, which is enabling us to do preventive maintenance to avoid a complete breakdown of the machine, which is also saving time and effort and cost. So accessing the information of everybody in the company, whether it's a machine, whether it's an employee, or whether it's the material level, is very important for us in order to cope with the changes and avoid losses.
Very good. Yeah, so basically, what I understand is that now data becomes the go, no-go decision basis for your operational processes. Is that a fair?
That's absolutely
that's
correct.
fair
Yeah.
statement?
Yeah, it's a fair statement.
Yeah, very good. All right, but sometimes, so you build the technology, and you are technologist yourself, and I'm sure you have the experience to have built like large-scale systems before. That's usually not the main challenge. The main challenge is how to drive adoption to this one, to this technology, and ask people to migrate from existing systems and processes in place to a new system that you promise them to make their life easier. So what is your experience on this part?
Well, I think when it comes to data, your main objective should be to get rid of Excel and email reporting. Okay? Always try to push people to use the fresh data coming directly out of the system. And for us, we are doing this in two directions. The first direction is from the top up. So we're trying to convince the top management, the CEO, to read everything directly from the system and to take his numbers directly from the system. So no more PDF reporting or Excel reporting or email reporting. And this encouraged the next level to use the same data because you want to use the same view as the top management. And then the next level and the next level. And we start from the other direction also, trying to give the people on the field the way in order to see their KPIs, see how they're bending tasks, and how they can adjust their work to meet their deadlines, their KPIs. And the ambition is to have same reporting level from the CEO level up to the machine operator. Now, during this time, we will have a lot of resistance from everybody in the company. They don't trust your new source. They continue running both sources for some time. But after some time, they realized that your new resource is more accurate. They found that even their old resource was not that accurate as they think. And they start depending more on your new way of handling data. They start looking for more dimensions to explore the data. And because your platform is easy to update, not different than the old way of programming, so you can always give them something new at every time. Okay, and that's how you gain their trust and make the transformation easier for you.
Yeah. So it's about building trust with the stakeholders. That's
Yeah,
the main thing.
yeah, that's the key point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key point. So if you don't mind, I would like to take the same point with you, Mr. Ismail, regarding migration from existing systems to new systems. This process can usually be a disruptive process. It can be complex. You promise your stakeholders that you are going to drive a positive impact to their everyday work, but it's very hard to convince them and it's very hard to implement the products. What's your view on this point?
Usually, migration, I have been a lot of migrations. Everybody in the beginning clapping, but everybody disappointed at the end. And the takeaway from all this migration, and the last 3 migrations that I did, it's very critical for me because it was very, very huge and very vast impact on the company. If you don't align or engage the people with you from the beginning, this is for sure you are going to failure, for sure. Because whatever you are happy that you are migrate and make us speed and bring the latest technology, this will not satisfy the business. Because if you didn't satisfy his need with the fast, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it, he doesn't want it. That's why I learned by very, very hard way that don't bring think. Start with the first question. Why? I start the migration. What I want from this migration. What I will deliver to these people. What will gain from these people. Then you start with the migration. This is what I learned from this one. But let's say it يعني كلمة حق صراحة أقول يعني كان بالنسبة لي يعني the last migration that I did in the EMKAN, it was the smoothest one, really. Really the smoothest one. Because really one of the, I should say it, he doesn't know about it, but I should say it. The Encorta was one of the key pillars of this smooth migration. Because the understanding from our side, يعني that as a EMKAN, understand what we want. And we share it with the Encorta. Encorta give us some experience that happening before, take care of this, take care of that. Plus our experience, make it very smooth. And but for your information, that we make this migration 2 months. The last one, it was years.
Whoa.
Last two, it was years, really.
Interesting.
And we make it in 2 months. And until now, I'm telling you, this is until now, our management doesn't know. Really doesn't know.
Wow.
Doesn't know at all.
Or they
Because
don't believe.
Huh?
They doesn't know, or they don't believe.
he doesn't know. He doesn't know that we are migrated. But he said what you did in the platform. The platform become faster, become high quality, and become smoother. What you did?
Right.
I said no. I did
Alhamdulillah, that's great.
No. You have to tell them.
No, I want to tell him. Because migration, literally from my experience, migration, the word of migration become very tension to the people.
Yeah.
That's why I make it under the thorough analysis with the people, thorough analysis with our colleague. We make it very, very smooth. Until now, literally nobody knows. And everybody touch the fast, the quality, and the performance.
That's great. So the first takeaway that I took from your answer here is about alignment with the stakeholders. First, defining who are your stakeholders, and
The stakeholders, I will tell you, I will give you this one. When I came to the stakeholder, I said, I want to take your requirement only.
yes,
What do you want to see? Just, this is the question. I didn't tell him that there is a migration. I tell him, what is your wish to see in your analytics? He said, he opened his mind and said everything. Because you tell him migration, he become very resistant.
yes.
I told him, give me your requirement. I want to help you. Just, I want to help you.
That's a good lesson in change management. So do not introduce like a big no word at the beginning. Just take their requirement and work in the background. That's
Because really, as a IT, and as a background of IT, we like the word very difficult, migration, last technology. That business doesn't know. He want money and he want to follow his, monitor his business only.
That's very insightful. Thank you so much, Mr. Smail. And I would like also to listen to Yassine's perspective on this idea. So the idea of transformation comes with its own hurdles. So what are some of the key challenges that you personally faced while transforming your business you work from whatever process that it used before into the new digital form?
Like any transformation, our journey had its hurdles. The biggest challenges fell into three areas: data silos, trust, and speed. First, our data was scattered across multiple systems, which meant too much time spent reconciling reports instead of taking decisions. Second, trust. When different teams came to meetings with different numbers, alignment was difficult. And third, speed. Leadership needed answers in hours, not weeks. And we overcame this by focusing on integration and governance. And by centralizing into Encorta, we eliminated manual reconciliation and brought all our data into a single version of truth. That gave us two ones, actually. Consistency of numbers and the agility to deliver insights in real time. And the most exciting outcomes of this journey have been twofold. First, dramatically improved customer experience and improved visibility into operation. Today, my team spend far less time in cleaning and reconciling data and far more time in strategic initiatives like predictive analytics or scenario modeling. Our journey with Encorta has empowered us to shift from firefighting to forward-looking, and that's been real enabler of our Vision 2030 alignment.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for this. And in fact, what you are emphasizing right now is a theme that I have heard during the time of this panel. So far we have spoken about transforming the end user experience, whether in fintech companies or as an insurer who works directly firsthand with people, or even in the fintech domain in general. But I would like to come back to Mr. Abdelbari for one last question about part of your work as a technological backbone to your organization is enabling financial planning and making sure that whoever requires any sort of financial insight, especially because cash flow or money is the fuel of your industry. So how let's say how bringing analytics into the financial planning has been a game changer in your industry?
Well, it helped, I would say, in two aspects. The first aspect is it's made the life of the financial team more easier in monthly closing, in external audit times, by providing the information easily to them. So now they are having more time for better financial planning and better management. Now, the second aspect is with the data platform that will help you to go through a huge historical data that give you better planning and anticipating the future. And in our case, in manufacturing, we have a huge operational data that comes during the day in terms of the utilization, the sales activities, the manufacturing process. So connecting the financials to every single operation was not possible using the old platform and the legacy platform. Now, when you do this, it's easier for you to size the impact of any change in the operation you have, like, for example, the increasing of the tariffs on the final cost of the product. So this connection enabled us to change any parameter and understand how this is impacting our current financial and our future financial, and help us preparing for next year.
Interesting. Yeah, that's a very interesting perspective, and thank you for that. Ms. Shahada, I would like to wrap up this by asking what kind of advice would you give to a company that right now is starting its digital transformation journey in Saudi Arabia, given the current environment, the current enablers out there?
For me, I always advise my team and the technical leaders that any AI initiative should answer one simple question. How does this support the company strategy? If we cannot link the initiative with revenue growth or customer experience or efficiency, so this is not strategic. So the first advice, you need to link your initiative and AI initiative tightly with the business KPIs. Yes. You need the quick wins. You need the business trust to help you in your ongoing journey. AI initiative is not easy. Start from down the road always, and it will take a long of time to achieve, let's say, everything you want. The second advice, which is the very important, very, very important for me, it's invest in your data functions. Because AI is good as the data it learns from, and this is fact. Also, it's very important on the financial sector, I believe as well, building the governance from beginning and balancing between the compliance and ethic AI, I believe.
Yeah, that's very insightful. So attach it to something that is strategic, that other business stakeholders can directly understand, and aligning with other teams as well. Thank you for this one. And I'm going to cascade the same question for you, Yassine. So what advice would you give another company that is going to do a digital transformation project?
My advice would be start with the foundation. Digital transformation is not only adopting new technologies. It's about creating culture where data is trusted, actionable, and accessible. Begin with integration and governance to establish a single version of truth. Then build on that with AI and analytics. And importantly, invest in people.
Yeah.
Data literacy and change management are as critical as the frameworks. If you align your digital transformation journey with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, which is efficiency, transparency, and innovation, you will find that transformation is not only deliver value to your organization, but also contributes to the kingdom's broader goals.
Yeah. That makes sense, and thank you for this. Again, the same question for you, Mr. Ismail. I sense a theme here. So start with foundation and start with governance. And you have been all over us for governance, I know, for the last few months.
Usually, you should have two things very important. Plus, what is our colleague? I will not repeat. Usually, put vision. You should answer why.
Yes.
Don't bring anything. It's not a trend that you just jump in just for jump in. You should answer what I will give to the customer. This is the vision. This is the big why. If you answer it, there is another things will be coming. What the experience that I give, okay? What the experience that I give, what the service that I give it to them. Then you should be, this is very important. You should be very flexible, very flexible, very flexible. Because the regulation is changing, especially in the fintech. The regulation always evolving because we are, all of us is very new to everybody in the world, very new to the AI. That means maybe we are doing some regulation is not fit now, was fit before. That means another regulation. Don't fall in love with your idea. You should be very flexible. Put it in your hand. If it is not fixed, you should modify your vision.
Yeah.
This is my advice to them.
So find a purpose and don't get attached to a specific technology and be flexible to change. Thank you so much for this insight. And we conclude the discussion with your perspective, Mr. Abdelbari, around the same question. If I am a company that's starting a digital transformation, what advice would you give me?
Yeah, it's almost the same advice. Don't follow the trends. 5 years ago, the trend was blockchain, and everybody was talking about blockchain and how can you utilize it in your company, while blockchain is not fit for every company. And the same applies for AI, which is the current trend. Don't do the AI just because the management likes the word and likes the technology. Start from looking globally at your IT foundation, set your objective, start detailing down from the basis for your foundation up to the level that you bring all these emerging technologies, and make sure that everything you do is attached to a benefit that's coming, a business case that's emerging. So don't get attached with the technology.
Yeah. So again, we find a lot of things here. And thank you so much, my esteemed guests. This has been a very informative session.